We might get to January 1st, 2021. And everyone's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Unchanged.
Yeah.
Hey, I got an answer. I got an answer for what I'm hyped about.
What do you got?
First day of school.
Okay.
We just had it. I mean, it was Tuesday.
You mean as a parent or when you were a kid?
Both. I mean, I was extremely nervous, and this was...
What's up, everybody? As you see, listening to these guys on WIP, these guys ain't talking about nothing right now. But what prompted me to do this video was a couple minutes ago, I heard Ritchie talking about... Ritchie's one of the guys. He's on the 10 o'clock thing. He was another guy that was an Eagles player back in the early 2000s, probably late 90s too. You know what I mean? He's a fullback, so he really wasn't no real glory player. I mean, he's an alright little fullback. He could block real good. He blocked for Charlie Garner when he was with the Raiders and all that. Just a mediocre type of guy, though. You know, it wasn't no big difference. I believe when we went to the Super Bowl in 04, he might have been on the team, but I think he was hurt. Some shit like that. You know what I mean? Look, this regular dude, he wasn't nothing special. But anyway, Ritchie was a guy that when he first came to the station with Joe DeCamera, who they stole from 97.5 from the Fanatic for whatever reason. I guess they thought he was real good. I thought he was mediocre there too, whatever. But they grabbed him, teamed him up with Ritchie. All right, whatever. They do the afternoon. In the beginning, see, I thought Ritchie would bring some legitimacy to the show because he actually played football, right? So you expect a guy who played football to see things the way, you know, that an actual player would. You know, provide more X's and O's, provide expertise to things that's going on and everything like that, like Trey Thomas does. Like, my favorite dude is Trey Thomas. Like, Trey Thomas really breaks stuff down. You know what I mean? Ritchie actually was cool at first, and then I don't know what happened, but at some point he turned into the type of guy that I don't like on the radio. You know what I mean? And what type of guy is that? That's the type of guy that, you know, clearly has agendas and vendettas against specific players or specific teams. The specific team thing is cool, but when it's a vendetta against a guy, what happens is no matter how well a guy does, you always find a way to just downplay it. Or no matter how good a guy does, or how bad a guy does, right? You always act like, yeah, this is just, I already knew this, and, you know, so I've been trying to tell y'all, you know, one of them type of guys. And see, Ritchie got this thing for Doug Peterson. I don't know what happened. I don't know if one day he went over to the NovaCare complex and Doug didn't let him in to go talk to the Eagles, or if, like, Doug messed with his girl, or something. I don't know what it is, but this motherfucker be saying some of the dumbest shit I ever heard anybody say about Doug Peterson. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind Doug Peterson being criticized, but there has to be a criticism that is based on fact. Like, if you're criticizing something that is clearly like a mistake, or a fault that Doug has, or a blind side that he has, or anything like that, and your point is valid and you can actually back up what you're saying, I can mess with it. But when it's just, you know, saying dumb shit like Doug Peterson, you know, there's like 15 or 20 coaches better than Doug Peterson in the NFL, right? And you be naming motherfuckers that ain't never won a Super Bowl. You name guys that Doug Peterson beat, like the Falcons coach, the coach of the Falcons, the boy they just fired, right? He's better than Doug Peterson. The coach of Mike Zimmer, the coach of the Minnesota Vikings, better than Doug Zimmer. The coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you know, who was the coach of the Cardinals, who probably is an alright coach, but to say he's better than Doug Peterson is just like ridiculous. Then the boy that the Rams coach, the little young boy that you know they think is, you know, they say little gay stuff about him, like, you know, he's handsome and all this other stuff, and he runs all these trick plays and all of that. I can't believe I'm forgetting this guy's name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. My mind is just scattered right now. But they act like he's better than Doug Peterson. And these guys didn't win no Super Bowl. Not only did they not win Super Bowls, they're guys who have losing records against Doug Peterson. Like, okay, it's one thing if you believe, okay, they just was on bad luck or the players were hurt or whatever, and and you think, okay, they really are better than Doug Peterson, but maybe they don't have his players, whatever little nonsense you might think, I can kind of accept. But when you, like, naming guys that Doug Peterson played against them and he beats them, like McVay, that's the ball name from the Rams. He beat McVay twice, like head-to-head matchups. When McVay had his squad, even a year when McVay and them I think they went to the Super Bowl that year. They lost to Doug with Nick Foles as the quarterback. So not only am I beating you with an inferior team, I'm beating you with a backup quarterback. That McVay couldn't beat Doug then. So how is he better than Doug Peterson? Like, I just don't understand stuff like that. Zimmer won some games against Doug, but in the game that really counted, like the NFC Championship game, he defeated him 38-7. So how is Zimmer better than Doug Peterson? It just don't make sense. You know what I mean? But he say this dumb stuff anyway. You know, and like guys like that, I got to just start putting on blast out there when you're listening to him, because he talking this dumb stuff and he gets other people to believe it. You know, and he also says that about Howie Roseman. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I don't know if Jeffrey Lurie don't be treating him good or whatever the problem is, Ritchie, but you tripping, homie. You know what I'm saying? And for that, man, use a clown. Use a clown. You know, like, I don't know why Trey Thomas got fired from 97.5. He was the main dude. The boy Mark Farzetta come on in the morning, it's corny to me. Like, he be cracking these little jokes that aren't even funny. And then deep down, you could tell he's an asshole type of guy. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, he tries to be cool and funny and all that. But, like, I don't get it. Like, they like them jerk guys, you know, for whatever reason. Whereas, like, a guy who brings some legitimacy to the show, because me, you know, I'm really into sports. Like, I get into it. Like, you know, plays and the real stuff, the nuts and bolts. And I don't mind a little funny guy there, like an Angelo Cataldi or whatever. That's cool. But you should always team up a funny guy or entertaining guy, you know, with a guy that's legit, who knows some stuff, you know. And I don't really see that happening when they bring these guys over. Like Ritchie wants to be like the camera or Howard Eskin or one of them. Don't be like them guys, man. Be a football player, but just bring some personality to it. And then when you talk, like, you expect people to automatically respect your knowledge as a football player. No, show that knowledge, man. Break down some film and some stuff like that. Some of the fans want to hear that. Not everybody is just a clown that want to be entertained by a funny guy. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what I wanted to say on that. Like, he gonna sit there and talk all this stuff about, well, he has this fear he might lose to the Redskins. Dude, ain't not losing to the Redskins, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I already called a 24-17 victory for the Eagles, but they're not losing no Redskins, cuz. Like, you know what I mean? Get out of here, man. These guys that hated on the Eagles, they hated on their draft picks and all that. Most of the draft, you don't know about. All right, the first pick, I like Jalen Reagor. Second pick, Jalen Hurts, I did not like that pick. Nothing about him saying he's not saying he's a bad player or whatever, but I just don't think we should have took a quarterback at 2. But you never know, the way Carson gets hurt, you might need him. Third, I think, did we take a wide receiver, or did we take one of them linebackers? I'm not sure, man. I know we took a bunch of receivers. Quez Watkins looked pretty good. Hightower looked pretty good. Kavon Wallace might have been the guy we took in the 3rd round, and I'm thinking of that safety from Clemson. You know what I mean? So, look, we got 2 more days before that happened. Now I'm saying I'm going to get back with y'all, you know, after the game when it comes to the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? So, stay good. Peace. I'm out.